And that was Grifford Academy, folks, by none other than Landshark Games. And to talk more about it, we got Paul here joining us on this stage. Kim will be joining us soon, but Paul, tell us a little about Grifford Academy.
It's a role-playing game that we've been working on for 5 years or so. And we wanted to create a condensed quality experience where you get to meet the different characters in the game.
Right.
So Ernest, Erica, Viva, and Cap, and Ginny. So they find themselves stuck in a book world where things are out to get them. And Erica, who is quite an insular person, finds themselves in a leadership role.
Okay.
And there's a lot of tension as a result of that.
So you mentioned like a lot of characters. There's very interesting visuals as well. What was the inspiration for you guys to develop this type of game? Because it's quite unique.
Yeah, we had a lot of inspirations. I think back when we were first conceptualizing the game, one of the shows that we enjoyed very much was Stranger Things.
Oh, I get that vibe. Okay.
And again, it's about a young set of kids, but it's not just for a teenage audience. So we tried to make it very broad appeal. Hopefully it'll appeal to all ages. It's going to be rated 12+.
Okay.
And so that was one of the inspirations. We've had a few other inspirations in terms of art style and so on. But you know, I've had a long history of role-playing games and playing them and making them, and yeah, just really enjoy.
Speaking of playing it, let's actually get started. Okay,
Sure.
let me help you get set up here. You'll get the mouse real quick. Let me put this here on your lap,
Awesome.
just so that we can bring that up.
Cool.
So, coming of age RPGs. You don't hear that very often, and this one is very interesting because coming of age stories have been very interesting to me. Now the RPG element is really cool too. Well, once we get started, I definitely want to ask more questions with character design and the philosophy behind these characters because they're very interesting. But the appeal of this game, who do you think would really like this? RPG fans out there, people that just like the narrative aspect of the game?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of potential answers to that. One would be it would be a great entry point for people who aren't familiar or been daunted by RPGs. As a Baldur's Gate fan, I can say I spent a lot of hours in that game, but it's daunting to someone who's never played an RPG before. So this was a good stepping into
jumping
that.
off.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. A D&D for beginners.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a combat system, which we'll see.
All right.
Let's just.
And I like the fact that you can pick either story or strategy.
Yeah.
It's for everyone, right?
Yep, exactly. But yeah, also people maybe with nostalgia, right? It's got high school years and interactions between the students and you know, personality conflicts and so on. But these two are getting on pretty well. This is Erica and Viva. She's obviously running from something.
Yeah.
Yes, Viva's the foodie.
Is she the healer type or like?
She is actually.
I knew it. Okay.
We'll see that coming up.
Okay. What were your inspirations when it came to the? We have a choice.
Yes, we do. You can do me the favor and choose.
I'd be lost. Oh, that's too desperate. Be strong.
Be strong. Okay, cool.
Is this change endings or anything like that? Like
it affects things. You just got +1 assertive.
Oh, okay.
So
like
as we get further in the story, you learn that those story moments actually build you towards a moment of growth, where you learn to better yourself. And in this case, with an assertive, Viva will have some combat bonus as a result of her personality growth.
Wow. Growth, character arcs, just like life, just like a coming of age story.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Perfect.
So yeah, they're basically just talking about the situation that they're in, and Erica's lost her brother as a result of how they ended up here.
Yeah. So they're in this book. What kind of book is this? Is it a fairy tale book, a horror book, or like what's? We don't know yet.
It's a fantasy story.
Okay.
So there's good guys and bad guys, and they have to sort of find their way. They have to understand the world because it's not their world.
Right. Okay.
And there's a whole lot of lore and stuff that we save for later on. We don't deluge you in lore at the beginning. That was a flashback here.
Ah.
And that's the last Erica sees of Ernest.
Oh, interesting. I have to say the art style is quite unique as well. So I mean, it kind of checks all the boxes with like a storytelling aspect with the cell shaded.
Yeah,
here we go.
it took us a lot of like tweaking and fine tuning of that to get it to the way we wanted it. But the highlight and the outlining works quite well, I think.
Oh, you wanted to control it?
No, it's code, but we're aiming to support controllers as well.
Okay. So this is the combat phase we're going
Yep,
through.
so there's some tooltips just to give you an idea that there's information there if you need it. You don't need it all the time. These guys are kind of heavily armored. These guys are slightly less armored, but they're can do a bit more damage.
Real quick, let me ask, what's that bar here? Like there-
Okay, right. So the green bar at the top is health. One of them is the attacked Erica already, so she's got a bit of damage. The white bar underneath is initiative, so you can kind of tell who's going to go next.
Okay, nice.
So this guy's going to go next out of these three.
Okay.
So I'm just going to smack the this thing. It's a very straightforward battle. It's really just teaching you like target selection, and you'll see Viva's healing ability there, page flip.
Okay.
Damages the enemy and then heals Erica.
Nice. Okay, so it's like teaching the core mechanics of how like turn goes, initiative,
Exactly.
roll with advantage, disadvantage. Okay.
And introduces one of the first status effects, which is defense up, and that's going to make this guy very hard to hit. I mean, you can hit him; he won't do much damage. I'll just demonstrate.
Okay. Ooh, and it was,
Okay,
a
well, it was a
critical
critical hit.
Oh my
It was a bit
god!
lucky.
But still,
Yeah,
but
but
still,
still.
like look at that.
Didn't damage him much.
Like an ant
So
bite.
we're going to try and take out this guy instead.
Okay.
And that healing does, even though it's not a lot, it does help.
Uh-oh. You gotta get rid of
Damage
this guy.
up, so yeah, that makes this guy even more dangerous. If you look at him now, his stats, right, the damage is at 240%, so it's like almost doubled. We need to finish him off quickly.
All right, there you go.
Yep.
I have to ask, like, so Erica, the main character, right?
Yep. Yeah,
She's-
so when you're making decisions, you're usually making them for Erica's on
Okay.
Erica's behalf.
Is there a backstory of her hockey stick? Did you consider other weapons for her, or just the hockey stick was like, this is our main character's weapon?
Yeah, there is backstory, and in fact, she shares hockey with one of the other characters you get in Chapter 3.
Okay.
Into Chapter 2, Chapter 3.
Did you consider her having a different type of weapon, like a baseball bat, or is always hockey stick?
There
I mean,
was, no,
which
baseball was definitely going to be an option, but
Okay.
we just felt, I don't know, the finesse of it.
what were if we could peel back the curtain behind the scenes, what were we considering the different weapons? Because I think Cap has a sword, like a samurai sword or
Yeah.
something.
So the weapons came, the personality item weapons came a little bit later, but we wanted something that was always available and that spoke to the character more than necessarily the combat. And so the other items that they pick up are items that from the world of Caldria. They just leveled up.
Go for it.
And but the personality items, they're always available and they level up with you. So the other items, when you buy them, then they don't change level as you level up. And so they become progressively less powerful against the stronger enemies.
Okay.
And so you do need to
Just like
cycle through those.
The weapons.
But you can get some very nice
Okay.
Caldrian weapons as well.
All right.
I'm quickly going to assign a couple of points just to make
Oh,
sure I don't
nice.
get trashed. So, so first of all, Erica, we have a couple of points of physique, so it increases the damage by quite a bit.
I would say UI, it's very simplistic. I like it too. 'cause
Yeah,
sometimes it's very daunting when you see like, oh my god, what do I level up? So here
correct.
it's
When we don't have any sub-screens or anything, there's only 4 items that you can carry maximum on. One of those is already the personality item that you carry. You can see their abilities, and it has a breakdown of what those things are. So you
Nice.
can target single. You can actually get some things that target multiple enemies, and so on. But yeah, once
Okay.
we cut through to finish off this discussion of the battle, and teaches a little bit about this essence that you collect after it, and that's recorded up here.
When writing a story like the Grifford Academy, did you start with the beginning, middle, end, or like how did it come to you? Like did it come to you in portions or pieces? 'Cause-
So I'm very fortunate to work with a couple of amazing writers from Los Angeles in the US, and between the 3 of us, I've been mostly responsible for world lore and story, and the 2 writers have really brought these characters to life and the
Wow.
interactions and so on.
That's perfect. Okay,
yeah.
because honestly, it seems like its own IP, and we were talking about like the map as well. So I'm excited to see how big or vast this world is.
Yeah, correct. Well, rather than me jump into the shop, I might jump to save game here.
Oh, there we go.
And we can have a look at how big. Oh wait, sorry, I need to load. Yeah, we can see how big this is. So this is in chapter 4. There's 5 chapters in the game, and you can see. So this is the starting area where we're at. Then in chapter 2, you go to Alhir. Actually, by the end of chapter 1. And then you head north through to Isserin, the swamps of Isserin, and the ruins of Alista, and then it branches, and you can either head down to Laugar. There's a mad hermit living on a hill in Arteno. There's monsters lurking in the caves of Brog. And the world is pretty huge, but we had a lot of story we wanted to tell.
So I just wanted to ask, like, this whole world, did it come to you, like, did it something inspire you, or, like, because it's giving Narnia-ish, or, like, it's giving, like...
So I've been a role-playing game fan for a long time, both computer and tabletop, and I wanted to get my kids. I've got 2 of them, and they're actually manning our booth today. But many years ago, maybe when they were just, they're like 8 and 10 or something like that, then I wanted to introduce them to tabletop role-playing, so I created a simple system and created a world, and that actually formed the genesis of the world that is here. So some of the characters that we used on a tabletop game that I came up with, we reused here in this world. So that was kind of the genesis, just to share a different world with them.
I think that's beautiful, like full circle, you know, the labors of passion and connection with your kids or family, and now it's in front of us. So that's good. That's good backstory.
It dovetails into the fact that we really are a very inclusive studio in terms of we want to share with the widest audience as possible. That's basically the map. There's a few other things I might just show you.
While you're showing that, why Grifford Academy? Like what?
Okay, the name came from the first writer to help work on the project. It was a similar sounding name. We tweaked it slightly as it went on, but it was just a name and something that they came up with for the school that that is the place where the kids come from. Let me just find. Let's see.
No, take your time. I actually thought Grifford Academy, like, I thought it'd be like a social game, but, you know, us being brought into a cool world like this is pretty cool.
There was also a lot of searching around to see if the name Grifford was in common use or not. So we wanted something that would stand out because we wanted to name the game after the school. So so this is from chapter 5. This is where you spend almost all of your time in chapter 5, and it's this massive city of Haletha. You can see the market here, a poor quarter, and the temple. The castle and so on, and there's a lot of intrigue in this location, including because it's an occupied city. It is quite late in the game. You can actually go down into the sewer network.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I can't show you a lot of the detail here because it's not unlocked, but there's a whole lot of intrigue and prison breaks and even a heist. So
an exclusive, folks. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it. I don't want to spoil too much because people definitely got to check out the game. When's the date of this dropping?
So we're aiming for Q1 next year.
Fingers crossed. Okay, can't wait. Wish listed now, folks. Yeah. Anything else we're gonna run through?
Let's see. Just maybe one of the earlier fights.
Okay.
I think.
Also, Cap is a very interesting character too. He was labeled at the start as like a coward or like a...
Yeah, he's very smart.
Okay.
And can solve a lot of, problems through thinking things through, but he's also quite overpowered by, big creatures and loud noises and so on.
Okay. So that makes sense.
He's not very happy to have discovered it. This scene is basically just before... just after they've rescued him. And they're about to run into some more trouble.
Let's check it out.
So this guy's called a Knight Scryer, and he's not very happy with them meddling. He recognizes them as not belonging to this world, which is kind of spooky because So he deals with them, and they suffer a similar fate to what Ernest suffered.
Oh wow. Okay, interesting. And this is like in the first chapter, right? Like
Yes, this is from chapter 1.
So it kind of just shows the power levels that this creature could actually just banish them just in a snap of a finger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it won't be the last time that you run into these.
Are they the
nice
big
foes.
baddies, or is there a world
They're,
baddie? Like
they're the warm up to the big baddie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have one more boss at the end. That
So total game time of this, how do you think is gonna like?
this is about 10 hours.
Okay.
We're aiming for have a fairly condensed experience with not a lot of grinding. There are definitely optional fights, but we want to focus primarily on the story.
Okay. All right. We're on our final minute here, so let's see this battle.
Oh, sorry. This battle.
Oh.
Let me just jump to another battle. One more save here. No, not that one.
Oh, good. I saved.
Yeah,
scum
I'm
too.
not sure. I don't know. If I load this one, I'm going to get stomped because this battle I'm not leveled.
Oh, this is a new character. I haven't seen her.
Yeah, so this is Ginny. So at around about the time, there's a lot of spoilers. I won't go too heavily into it.
Don't worry. Let's just try
You
to see.
discover Ginny along the way, and then you
Oh,
run
look
into
at
these guys.
Oh my, look at that.
And they're pretty
Possessed
nasty.
He has a guitar. Okay.
Yeah, that's her personality
The
item.
J. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
but you
dude,
can
they
see-
are
yeah,
cooking us.
exactly.
Okay, our turn.
Things are brutal. And now you can see we've got different items. So this is a stunning item. These guys are going to be the most dangerous.
And there's no healers in the group.
No, correct. We've lost Viva. So
Oh no.
yeah, we got trouble. But yeah, I'm not properly leveled or
That's
equipped
fine.
for this.
It's just an example.
There's a couple of interesting items here because they take a long time to charge, but they actually start fully charged. So
Okay.
anyway,
Let's
This-
wrap things up. Final thoughts on Grifford Academy. Like, I want you to talk to the camera and tell people like who are interested or like the audience that you want to try out this game. I already wishlisted it, so you got
yeah,
me.
so we have the demo available on Steam right now, and please go try it out and give us a wish list. It would be great as well.
Yeah, again, Landshark Games. Again, thank you so much, Paul, for the time. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome.
One of my favorite things about video games is RPG and storytelling. I think that just chimes everything together. So thank you so much for the time, folks.
Awesome.
Guys, if you guys are still watching Indie Wavemakers, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to take a short break to prepare for the next game. So don't go anywhere. More of Indie Wavemakers when we come back.